All right, Durr, tell me how you make your famous chai recipe.
Okay, you start with fresh ginger, and you carefully measure. Oh, about that much. Maybe a little bit more. Was that last too gingery, or?
No, it's perfect.
But the one before was a little too gingery. Okay, so that kind of fill the bottom of the pot with ginger like that. Now then you got to crush that ginger. I prefer a wooden handle hammer, but that's all I have at the time, so that's what I'm using today. Now this is masala chai. Masala means
chai.
Spicy chai. So if you buy chai at where they sell coffee, sometimes they'll sell chai and they'll say chai. It's not very good because they don't use near enough ginger or cardamom. So I'm going to give you the secret recipe for top quality masala chai.
Masala chai.
Masala, spicy chai. So the ginger it's a Chinese herb, and of course it's used all over the world. But in Chinese medicine, it's a very good herb for digestion and helps settle the stomach. Fresh ginger. There's a huge difference between fresh and dry ginger. Dry ginger is a heating herb. You don't want to use that. It's too drying. But this is fresh ginger.
So you're squishing all this up so that it can get as boiled.
Get the juices out. Yeah, get you. Otherwise, you're just wasting it.
And how long are you going to boil this for?
At least a half an hour. You bring it to a boil, and let it. As soon as it boils, you cover it. Let it simmer for 30 to 45 minutes. Is good.
So your real key is to squish up everything there to extract the juice. It's boiled out. You're not adding any tea or cardamom to that yet, are you?
No, you got to boil it. Now, there in the wintertime, or if it's cool and you want to warm it up, you can put some cinnamon in there. So, because I was with Rebecca and she likes cinnamon, I bought some cinnamon. And it is fairly cool here, so we're going to put a little cinnamon in this batch. So you put the cinnamon in at the same time. Always you want to use the cinnamon sticks.
Cinnamon sticks.
Instead of the ground cinnamon. That's pretty well squished. Okay, Rebecca? Cinnamon. All right. Here it is. So, a good handful of cinnamon sticks.
Let's see. Okay, and then we boil that?
Yeah, we're going to fill that up with filtered water. Good water. And then I get it about as much as you dare to put in the pot without it boiling over. And you can play with it, if you think it's too strong or too weak, you can use more or less water. But I've kind of worked out a formula that works for this particular pot that works pretty well. So I'm going to put in, later on we're going to add some cardamom toward the end of the boiling here. Let that cook for a few minutes, and then at the very end we'll put in the black tea and then strain it.
All right, let's put that on the heat. The grinding of the cardamom here?
Grinding of the cardamom.
Okay, so you get about 2 cups of the tea.
Well, that's a 2-cup measure, but I make it right to the tip top. So it's actually probably almost 3 cups. Mm-hmm. 2 2/3, something like that. There's some cardamom there. Usually I use the whole pot, but that's what I have. And like this. We'll add those in there. This will be a pretty cardamom-y batch, I think. Wow. Sniff that, Durr.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, after this is boiled for 30 minutes or so?
Yeah, well, after that boils for 30 minutes, we'll add the cardamom and let it boil the last 5 minutes.
Okay.
Then I'll you can take it off the heat if you like. Dump in that tea and let it sit for 3 minutes, no longer. After 3 minutes, you've gotten all the flavor, all the caffeine out. If it stays longer, you just get tannin, which is hard on your stomach, and it doesn't add anything. You've got 98% of the caffeine and all the good stuff after 3 minutes. And then I will just pour it into another pan. I've got a big strainer, and then that's it. And that's the stock, and you add sugar and milk to that, and the way I make it, it's about a 50-50 mixture, so I'll cut it about half with milk. And if people don't want cow milk, they can add soy milk or almond milk or rice milk. I probably prefer cow milk myself. I think it's a lot better, but different people like it fine with soy milk or some other type. And you add sugar to taste. Some people add honey. I think sugar tastes better. I like to get this organic raw sugar, whatever your choice. There it's simmering. It's got about another 15 minutes or so to go, at least.
Perfect. Thanks, Durr.
You bet.